Hey Scorpio, welcome to Intention 1111. I'm going to be doing a love read for February for you guys. I wanted to say thank you to you guys who are still in the subscriber list. Um, been on a little hiatus. That's okay. Um, got to take a break when it's time to take a break, or we can't continue going on, right? So, wanted to say that the astrologers, the professionals, are talking about February being a little bit of a rough go. And Valentine's Day, especially, may be kind of a little nasty. Don't know why. You'll have to look that up for yourself. But, um, you know, um, seems like this month may be a transition month more so than even January was. So let's see what we got going for Scorpio for love. If you'd like to book a personal read, you can reach me at the emails listed below in the description box. I don't reach out to people. You reach out to me with an email, we set a time, and I send a Zoom link. Or I do a pre-recorded. I don't ever solicit for reads. So, okay, Scorpio, let's see what we got going on. Show me Scorpio for love for February. Show me Scorpio love for February. All right, let's see what we got. It's raining outside, y'all. Hope you can still hear me. False person, well, I'll be damned. But remember, you have an 8. When a door closes, another door opens, or I would consider this card being an 8, an idea that someone being revealed, okay, is a blessing in disguise. Change. You have a 9, closing out cycles. So what was meant for your harm is going to be used for your good, so to speak. And then you have a short illness, a 4. So with this, I would say when you're around people, listen to what your body's doing when you're around people, because sometimes, um, especially if you are sensitive or you have empathic, clairsentience, whatever it is, um, and you're absorbing too much negative energy from somebody, that could also make you physically sick. But pay attention to what your body's doing when you're around somebody. And if you already have an idea who this person may be, pay attention to what your body's doing while you're around this person. Because this person's negative energy may be making you physically ill. If you're around somebody and you're getting physically ill, there's all kinds of other stuff happening that you don't want to be a part of, right? So, time for them to go. All right, so let's see, Scorpio, what we got for love. I've got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini possible happening. There's a fear of betrayal going. The fear that somebody may be juggling other than you. There may be an idea about abandonment, triggers coming to the surface, not feeling secure enough in something. Uh, Also, maybe moving forward with an offer that's coming to you from somebody. Um, this also may be somebody who you put on a pedestal, right? You may be encountering someone who you kind of tend to put on a pedestal, um, or vice versa. So we have Scorpio right out of the bat. We have illusions. Oh, we have 2 possible Scorpios, okay? Or, there could be other water signs here. It doesn't have to necessarily be that. It could just be the energy. But we definitely have a couple, okay? One of you is different from the other one, right? One of you sort of lives in a fantasy world, okay? And the other one holds their emotions back. So you could be doing like Pisces and Scorpio here. No offense, Pisces viewers here, but somebody tends to live differently than the other one. One is geared toward love and the possibilities, and the other one holds back because they may be more grounded in the idea of logic, patterns. Let's see. We're going to see what you do before, we hand you the keys to the kingdom or whatever. Um, Someone also only has eyes for you, right? There's no other lover. No other lover. Somebody only has eyes for you. In the center of the read, we have a lot of cup action, a lot of happiness and possibilities and um things like that. But we also have somebody spinning a lot of illusion. Someone is spinning a lot of illusion here. Center of the read, Ten of Cups. So Ten of Cups can be, happy ever after, right? Or it can be what you thought was going to be happy ever after. Okay. So someone's handing you a dream, Scorpio, and they're presenting an idea that's better maybe than the actual thing. Okay. Because through this line here, we do have someone here who's presenting an illusion, but they are nowhere near ready to deliver. Hence the idea that the ace is in the reverse. They're presenting an idea, but they're not willing to deliver. So to me, this kind of talks about somebody who talks a big game, but when it comes down to the nitty gritty, they don't. Put your money where your mouth is type of situation, right? Um, Someone gives the idea or the promise of physical intimacy, right? But they don't deliver on it. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, then you have someone here who is spinning an illusion or who lives an illusion themselves, but they don't have any let me see, what's the word? They don't have any intention, okay, of delivering on that. They're still undecided. They're making you think you're their whole world, okay? But they're still clearly making a decision about you. Um, so don't sign the contract just yet because this person hasn't decided whether or not they're going to give you the money, right? I mean, this is kind of putting the horse before the cart, making the plans before there's actually substance issues to make plans on. This also speaks to me about foundations and relationships. Is your foundation built on something solid, okay, or is it built on a lot of illusions? Okay, on the darker side of things, somebody could be kind of like, you know, making you buy the picture, buy the advertisement, buy the packaging, right? But the product's shit. Um, or like we've got this hyperinflation crap happening. You're thinking you're buying a pack of Oreos and you open that son of a bitch up and there's like 3 Oreos in there. It's something like that, right? There's some idea that what you see, okay, is not actually what you get or what you're gonna get, right? So there's somebody here who's sort of spinning an illusion. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius so far. And Scorpio's like, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if this is in balance with me or not. We're going to see. Okay. I don't know if this is what I really want. We're going to hang back a little bit. We're going to take all this information in. and we're going to start recognizing patterns, and we're going to start profiling this person based on pattern recognition. Okay, we're going to start profiling them, or their potential, or their staying power, or the truth in their presentation. We're going to start profiling that to see if that's a path, if it's a viable thing, if they're real, right? Do they mean what they say? They present an idea about themselves, but do they live it? Do they walk it? Is it sincere and earnest? What it is they're trying to present to the world or to me that they are, right? So you've got Scorpio undecided here about moving forward based on the fact that it may not be built on a strong foundation, or it may not be all it's cracked up to be, right? Scorpio has a suspicion, right, that they're being offered something that sounds really great, but it's not going to be so great. And so I see that Scorpio is kind of hanging back. They've got one little foot in the water and one foot on the land, okay? And they're trying to, they're undecided about whether or not they want to move forward here based on some suspicion having to do with someone presenting themselves in a way that may not be um, quite accurate to how they actually are. So let's take a look at this Seven of Cups card here. This person, short illness. Again, this lends to the idea not only of pay attention of, how your body reacts when you're around somebody, but this person may be a faker. They may fake things a lot. They may fake a lifestyle. They may be, sometimes you get those people who are all about love and light or whatever, and, you know, clearly the way they live their life is not, something else. Because we know that true spirituality, yes, it's supposed to be high vibrational. Yes, it is supposed to be positive, but that's not where you start. Okay, you don't start there. You start way back here over at the tower when shit's blowing up. You get to the point of love and light, right? You don't start there. Um, and love and light doesn't solve all the problems in the world either, right? So it's kind of like this person presents an idea of themselves to you, to the world, to whatever, and Scorpio's starting to see through that facade about this person, that they may not be all that they say they are. Okay. So hence there's some sort of an illusion here. So let's see what this is. Show me the Seven of Cups. Show me the Seven of Cups. They're not as stable as they try to project themselves to be. You have Ten of Coins coming out. They hide. They hide things. They're also there might not be totally as single as they try to say they are too. They're presenting a lot and giving a little. Okay. Somebody's going to become enlightened about who they truly are on the inside. Some sort of conversation, or someone comes in to blow their cover. Something like that. A lot of swords coming off of this illusion card here. You've got some sort of enlightenment involving the lack of romance. Again, the lack of delivering on an idea. You say you love me, but guess what? I don't feel like it. I don't feel that you do. I don't feel it. You say that you love me, but those are just words. Where are your actions that back that up? How are you showing me that you love me? Okay. You can stand outside my window all day and serenade the shit out of me. But what are you doing that's real? After that's over, what are you going to do that's real in my life? Right. And so that's kind of kind of what's happening here is Scorpio's hanging back and looking at somebody who is trying to sell him something. And Scorpio's like, I don't think that's such a good deal. I'm not sure if it fits. Your actions don't match your words here. We have Virgo now. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and of course, there's again an idea of Pisces here. So the deliverance and the action of love is not there. The words are, but the actions do not back up the conversation that's being had. Also, you have an idea of someone telling you here with this Two of Swords card that their door is always open. They'll always be here for you. I'm always here for you to support you, whatever you need. I'm always going to be here for you because I love you. But then when you try to take them up on that offer, they either act like you're bothering them or they are not available for you in the midst of your crisis or whatever, right? Um, there's some passive aggressive energy down here with this card. No, I'm not mad. Everything's great, you know? And then they treat you like shit for 3 weeks or whatever. There's somebody here basically, okay, who talks the talk, but they don't walk the walk. They deliver, they don't deliver. Um, they don't have the balls to say, yeah, shit, yeah, I'm mad at you or whatever. They don't have the grit, the staying power here. Somebody likes to live in a fantasy world and they want others to believe a story about them that's not quite true. Scorpio, you're starting to see through this person's facade. So pay attention to what happens with that. Some people are very convincing. Some people, you know, could be a lot of love bombing happening here too, for some of you out there. What is Scorpio in this love universe? I need to see. How does this person feel about Scorpio? How does a person feel about Scorpio? You feel like they're holding back Scorpio, right? Like, we were talking here about they talk a good game, about, oh, I'll always be there for you or whatever. But then when it comes down to really actually needing them to be present or active, it's like the breeze, right? So you feel as though they're holding back, okay? How does this person feel about Scorpio? And they are holding back because they're holding on to something else or someone else. They have a lot of anxiety because they know that their actions don't meet their words here. You've got them going over and over something that they're hanging on to, that there's a lot of lack here. There's the idea here that they refuse to accept or refuse to admit to themselves or others that they're not handling things so well, or they can't be this perfect idea to everybody, even though they're trying to project this image to everyone. This could also be a person who, excuse me, feels like they get their validation from projecting an image or maintaining a lifestyle, right? Because that brings them attention. It brings them some sort of comfort. But Scorpio's starting to see the cracks in that. They're not able to maintain that anymore. And so they're constantly in this cycle of worry. But you feel like they're holding back. How does this person feel about Scorpio? A lot about how Scorpio feels about them, but how do they feel about Scorpio? How does this person feel about Scorpio? Juggling. This is somebody who doesn't want to hurt your feelings. So they're going to tell you whatever you want to hear. And so now you're starting to see, well, maybe they're kind of full of shit. You know what I mean? Like they're juggling two ideas, or they're juggling two people. So show me two of coins. What's being juggled? Two of coins. What's being juggled? And they know this is going to end very badly. Uh, what's being juggled? Opportunities, offers. So for some of you, they could be entertaining other people. They could be entertaining other ways of life. They could be entertaining exiting the relationship. Tell me the three of wands. What's the three of wands? The three of wands. Yeah, they're not talking about it, but they will be talking about it when it's unsustainable anymore. They will be talking about it, and it's going to sound something like, oh, I think we've just outgrown each other. I think that this isn't my path. I think that I need to take another path. I think you were only here for a season. I think I was only meant to be in your life for a season. So it's some sort of cop out like that, right? Like, um, we were just helping each other through something really hard. But I mean, the real thing is here that they're kind of unstable. And once that facade is broken, and once you start seeing through that facade that they project to other people, they're out, right? Because they know they can no longer maintain with you um, the illusion of who they are. So I mean, I don't know that it's narcissistic tendencies. It could be, but to me, it just kind of looks like they want to be worshiped a little bit for how brilliant they are. And then when you start seeing that they're kind of not that brilliant, they want to move on to somebody who worships them again, right? This person may also change with whoever partner they happen to be around. In order to love bomb you, somebody has to mimic you. And in order to mimic you, they have had to be watching you, right? And so you may be finding that in the beginning you had so much in common, right? And it's a lie. It's a lie because they were mirroring you. So you were admiring them for being like you. So you were actually in love with yourself, right? So bear that in mind. Let's see what you can expect from this person. What can Scorpio expect from this person? Again, we have Pisces energy, some Virgo. What can Scorpio expect this person? Um, you can expect a little bit of conflict and burden from this person. They may create that. Um, they don't have any intention of making any kind of contract or any serious situation with you. They will be moving on. They call me the breeze. I keep rolling down the road. Is kind of what you're going to experience with this person. Um, Again, we've got a lot of Piscean energy here. No offense, guys, but you kind of have somebody saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry if I misled you," or "I'm so sorry that you felt that way. That's not what I meant. When I told you I loved you, I didn't mean I was in love with you. I just love you as a person." Right? It's some kind of crap like that, right? It's like a built-in back door so they can hop, skip, and jump out because that's what they do. But it's not specific to you, Scorpio. They do it to whoever they're with, right? Um, so that's kind of what you can expect from this person. They don't really have a lot of staying power. All right, so let's see what Scorpio doesn't expect. What does Scorpio not expect from this person? Scorpio, I think what you don't expect from this person is that there may be an idea here that again, there's some sort of confusion here about how they presented themselves to you and how they actually are, okay? Then there's this idea about how they um kind of led you to believe that they were into you, right? And then they were like, "Oh no, that wasn't my intention at all." They flipped the script on you some way, some weird way. If you have a better description for it, why, leave it in the comments section if you have any idea, those kind of people, what I'm talking about. But what you have here is somebody who's saying, "Oh no, I was never attracted to you. I was never interested in you that way. I just thought we were being friends." You know, uh, it's just some weird kind of circle jerk shit here. I don't know. All right. So, um, but make no mistake, this person gets off on that kind of crap. And they get off on catching people off guard. Let's see what a potential final outcome can be for Scorpio in this person. So if you can take this person at face value, or you can take them on a surface level and not really let yourself get involved in the illusion that they present, then you're going to be okay. Hey, you know what? This is just what it is, and I'm not going to get in too deep because I know this person, they don't have the capacity for that, and it's never going to turn into that. Then you're good. But if you start believing in the illusion they present, that's when they jerk the rug up from under your feet and act like they don't know what you're talking about. And they enjoy doing that. That's how they get their kicks, right? So it do what you please with it, but if you're hoping that this person will be your forever long term, they will not. These coins are in the reverse. The stability and family and commitment and lifetime, and it's in the reverse. Okay, show me a potential final outcome for Scorpio in this person. Yeah, they fly around. They're on their way. Potential final outcome is, hey, I may be your lover for a little bit, but I'm not going to be here forever. The illusion is that I'm free to engage in relationship with you. And again, some of you may be dealing with somebody who's presenting the illusion that they're single and they're not. And so that's why they don't stay too long, right? Uh, hmm when I lay this magician card down, I get the phrase they're playing, they're playing, they're playing. They don't have the courage to be real with you, to admit to you that they're fucking around, that you've got the devil here, even though it's in the reverse, it's not much different. They're actually in a relationship, but they flit around with this idea that they're presenting a different version of the events to you. Once you start seeing the holes in that and you start, seeing the cracks in there, uh, when you start calling them out on their shit, why they're gone. It's three people here, not two, three. So, Scorpio, you end up figuring it out, so to speak. So, let's kind of see what they could say to you if they would. So, yeah, you got a funny little thing happening there with that person. What would this person say to Scorpio if they could? What would this person say to Scorpio if they could? Okay, I'm scared to be vulnerable because I'm a liar, but I have been taken advantage of in the past. Okay. I can have sex, okay, but I can't have intimacy. hmm You are very spiritual. I just don't know. I'm just clueless. you know, feigning. They're feigning, right? So maybe that will help some of you if it's happening currently to start looking at the pattern, or, it may help some of you if it's coming to pass. Look for the warning signs. When they are confronted, if you're dealing with someone who's in a relationship and they're pretending, or they're presenting that they're single, or they're presenting that the marriage is over, or I've been, my favorite line is, well, I've been sleeping on the couch for weeks. They all love that one, don't they? Uh, they may present something like that to you, that the relationship is worse than what it really is, because they want to be free to be able to play, right? I feel stuck in a toxic situation. I don't know how to break free. I can't, when they're confronted, they come clean, right? I don't, you know, it's the kids, or it's the money, or it's always something, okay? When they're confronted with situation. So let's get some advice for Scorpio. So Scorpio, I mean, you know this game. You're gonna see them in 5 minutes. Some of you may see where how far they take it. That's always my favorite. I love to see how far they're gonna go with it. Some of you may call it and move in the other direction. Show me, okay. You have such a bright light inside. Stop dimming it. So basically, stop messing with these jokers. Stop messing with people who are, you're going on like a side adventure with them, instead of staying on track and on the path and going toward what it is you really want. That's where you're going to meet the people who uplift you, who support you, who make a difference in your life. Stop looking outside yourself for the answers. You already know them. So stop seeking outward validation from people and situations who inevitably will let you down, because they not only are they not going to be there for you, but they are not what they say they are, right? You know the answers yourself. You don't have to have validation. What has your inner voice been asking of you? So some of you, this sounds like your intuition's kicking off a little bit and you're just not listening to it because you can't believe it's so far-fetched. I think that's a lot of times why we choose to ignore our intuition, because we say, oh, there's no way that's the truth, right? There's no way that's happening. There's no way that could be possible. And so we say, you're just making it up, or you're just you're just being paranoid or whatever. And I think we're always surprised when we don't listen to what our intuition's telling us. We're always surprised that it turns out to be exactly what we thought, but it's so far out there, we're like, there's no way, right? So someone is ignoring their red flags, or their intuition is telling them, hey, you better take a look at that. Someone's ignoring that. So if that's you out there, then yeah, stop ignoring your intuition, because it's kind of trying to warn you all the way through. So, Scorpio, that's what I have for you guys, and I will see y'all later.